And may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, it was my way. Fly me to the moon, let me play.
All right, everyone, we are 4 minutes and counting, and we are going on the air right at 5 o'clock. So you'll want to be seated by then, or not standing in front of monitors and stuff. 5 o'clock on the nose.
Hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
We've got 3 minutes. I'm not kidding around. Even the Mayor Oscar is going to sit down. So find a seat and know that we will be starting in about 2.5 minutes. Thank you. You guys can keep talking. It just got strangely quiet in here. We just want you to sit down. Oh, that's all right. We have 1 minute till we hit the air. 1 minute. 60 seconds for those who are counting. Just to let everyone know, what's going to happen is what's on the air will be on these monitors facing you. So we'll dip to black for a couple seconds or so. and then the show open will appear, leading right into a video, and then live here in council chambers. So there's the rundown.
Seconds.
10 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 City of Las Vegas State of the City Address. Please join me in welcoming our city manager, Jorge Cervantes.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the 2023 State of the City Address. It's good to have you with us. Due to the pandemic, this is the first time we've been in council chambers since January 2020. The last 2 years, the address was done virtually by the mayor. So whether you're watching us in person, watching live on KCLB TV, or viewing us on the web or social media, we're glad that you've joined us. Like the past years, we're excited to tell you about some of the ways to participate. You can join us on Facebook and Twitter and be part of the conversation by using hashtag StateOfVegas, one word. The ability to have these tools comes with the support of City Council. So at this time, it's my great pleasure to introduce to you the members of the City Council. First, representing Ward 1, our Mayor Pro Tem, Brian Knudsen. Representing Ward 5, Councilman Cedric Creer. Representing Ward 2, Councilwoman Victoria Seaman. Representing Ward 3, Councilwoman Olivia Diaz. Representing Ward 4, at her first State of the City address, Councilwoman Frances Ellen Polinsky. And last, but certainly not least, also at a first State of the City address, representing Ward 6, Councilwoman Nancy Bruni. And last, but certainly not least, Mayor Carolyn Goodman. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise or remain standing, if you're able to, for the singing of the national anthem, performed tonight by Kay Ashley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
borrowing.
Thank you so much, Kay. Very well done. Please be seated, everyone. This is always an important night for the city of Las Vegas as we talk about where we stand as a city and where we're going in the future to come. As part of this special night, we're honored to have so many key dignitaries here as well. I'd like to ask all the elected officials, past and present, to please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you all. We also want to thank the Vegas Chamber of Commerce for providing the refreshments at the reception that will be immediately following the address. We always value support from the Vegas Chamber of Commerce. And now it's time to hear from our mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, given the 12th State of City Address, it's my great pleasure to welcome to the microphone the Mayor of the City of Las Vegas, Carolyn G. Goodman.
Thank you, Jorge. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, my. Love it. Thank you. Please be seated. I almost didn't make it tonight because we were in back and my husband thought that he was still mayor. So he was taken over. Now, we've made it 60 years. My parents said, don't marry this guy. It's not going to last. There may not be a 61. But for those of you who are here because you love our city, you've loved what we've become, there are a couple of other people here that are a pain. My mayor pro tem gave this to me 3 years ago because whoops, that's too early. I have been known to go over an hour. So how many of you truly have turned off your cell phones? No gaming. I know that. Good. And how many of you are sipping on something which Oscar would applaud? Good. Well, at least you didn't bring your pillows. And I promise, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, for this gift. This is an hour. Now, because I've been babbling, I'm not turning it over yet. And if it goes over, please just give me an early note here. Let me tell you, it is so good to see your faces. You are who and what we're about. And each one of you, as I look at you, I know where we've met. I know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing when you're not here, but I do know what you've been doing to help our city, and it's simply phenomenal. I know there are plenty online that didn't want to bother with the weather and the driving, and that's good. You're saving gas. Hopefully you have an electric vehicle that you're charging while this is going on tonight. But it's wonderful to be back, and it's wonderful to have these wonderful council persons. Now, don't slip off during the hour that this may be, but I hope you enjoy it. And it is so good to be back in person, because looking at a video camera, and I do remember that wonderful interview I had on CNN, if any of you saw it, where most of the equipment downstairs in our public information office was down, or the satellite was down. So I was being filmed on a cell phone and had no idea what was going on with the body English and everything else that my interviewer, whose name I will not mention, because until he apologizes, he's on my very bad list. But anyway, so it's good to be in front of you. And let me tell you, it is my 12th year. Where are you, Jorge? This is so wonderful. And I'm hopeful I outlive my husband long enough to make it to next year, which together we will have a quarter of a century of being involved in this community. And I have to tell you, I'm more excited. Oh, here we go. Okay. This was made specially for this. And I can assure you I'm more excited than ever before about our future. We're finally able to put COVID, for the most part, behind us. We weathered through the shutdown, and we're still having the after effects of that. and then all the fear that each of us experience. Moving forward, though, as only Las Vegas has always done and always can and will do. But I do think we're more environmentally sensitive. Certainly we've learned that. And also I know we're holding a much fuller appreciation for our undeniably successful diversities of people and cultures, because we live here together and we are together making it all happen. And for people who want to fight against us, go somewhere else, please. Don't bother us in Las Vegas. Added to the extremely attractive economic and lifestyle climates, our positive tax structure, outstanding weather, and favorable travel accessibility. We just saw the airlines. We saw the 18 miles trying to get back to California. But our individuals and businesses are moving at an unprecedented rate coming to Las Vegas, both in our city core, in our suburbs, throughout the entire southwest greater Las Vegas Valley. And tonight we celebrate Las Vegas looking back, as Mr. Cervantes said, looking back at some of the things we've accomplished in 2022 and what we're going to be doing going into the future of this year, 23. In the city, we've been led so ably by this wonderful man, Jorge Cervantes, and his talented staff, some of whom are up here, who responded so effectively to our elected council officials, pursuing what's best for the community in each ward and together for the whole. As you know, Councilman Creer and Knudsen, Councilwoman Diaz and Seaman and I are now joined by two very effective council persons, Councilwoman Bruni and Councilwoman Polensky, who I know are going to have the best of times knowing exactly what every day is, and you two will work on 5 hours sleep a night. Together we'll continue to pursue long-standing and overriding priorities that we have revoted again in our last retreat. That is, safety is one, healthcare pursuit, and economic diversification. I congratulate them as well as our newly elected mayors, and I don't know if you're here tonight, but Mayor Pamela Goins Brown from North Las Vegas, you're somewhere. Where are you? There she is. Thank you. And Mayor from Boulder City, Dr. Joe Hardy. It's a little far to come, but if you're watching, nope, haven't seen him. And Mayor Michelle Romero in Henderson. Welcome and congratulations to all of you. For you are joining Al Lippman from Mesquite and me in our community-wide issues so that we can get commonly accepted goals for consideration at the Nevada legislature in 2023. And if we do that and we work together representing Southern Nevada with everyone that can help us, certainly changes will be for the better. And, of course, our newly elected governor, Joe Lombardo, he will be working with us, I'm sure, trying to help us make these changes that fit our people. And with great enthusiasm, you know, we welcomed already in 2022 our new Las Vegas Chief of Public Safety, Jason Potts. I saw you. Would you, right there? And, of course, our Chief of Fire and Rescue joining us also, Fernando Gray, each of whom have decades of prior and outstanding service, and who seek only to make us better, make us stronger, and provide more insight into meeting the needs that we have. Launching tonight is a new downtown promotional campaign that's designed to help our businesses thrive. As you know, during the pandemic and the most devastating shutdown, it was the small business that kept us alive. Struggle they did. So this marketing campaign embraces the spirit of our city to stand with them in support to increase the numbers of the 20 million visitors they count on to thrive. The campaign calls out to all, come on downtown. So let us see the video, please.
It don't matter who you are. You can be a judge, doctor, lawyer, or banker. A technocrat, bureaucrat, diplomat, or hepcat. Tech god, tech startup, starving artist, or symphony performer. I don't care if you're a photographer, restaurateur, raconteur, or brain researcher, bail bondsman, bond trader, casino baron, or barista. It don't matter. Here, we reject all labels and welcome all comers. We see through the stereotypes. We break down the archetypes. We all park our cars in the same proverbial garage and hitch our wagons to the same shining star. Opportunity. With open minds, open hearts, open doors. We are open for business, open for pleasure, open for opportunity, open for innovation and imagination, open for reinvention, open to where we've been, whatever comes our way, and wherever we may wind up. Closed-minded is not an option. Lack of imagination? Not here. Being forgettable is unforgivable. This is downtown Las Vegas, the real Las Vegas, where the American dream breathes fire. We are open to everyone and down for anything. Now who's down?
And as you leave tonight, we have a little trifle of this for each of you. So please be sure to pick one up as you exit this evening. But I want to answer the question, why is downtown so inviting? In one of the many ways, Las Vegas has firmly stepped into the popular world of technology, both nationally and internationally, as the attendance and visitation to the downtown from the recent CES last week has affirmed. They toured our downtown tech facilities en masse throughout the convention and engaged in meaningful future involvement, and we congratulate our wonderful people that work in technology here. Technology hubs have become commonplace for tech startups to initiate and launch new ideas, and as small businesses open and because of the demand for additional space downtown, beyond our very first International Innovation Center, a second hub, which is all full already, had been opened in the heart of the city. A fastest growing and incredibly popular business and tourist destination day and night throughout 2022, as you know, has been the 18B Las Vegas Arts District. Easily identified by its festooned lighting at night, the district boasts new art galleries, ethnic and varied restaurants, coffee houses, bakeries, antique shops, intimate shopping experiences, bars, and now an expanding number of breweries. Aptly named Brewery Row, the area continues to be a huge draw on Main Street, offering a variety of incentives to attract craft breweries, wineries, wine room, tap rooms, and distilleries to join in. And I'd be remiss, too, if I didn't mention the exciting monthly continuing celebrations of First Friday in the Arts District, which enjoyed, believe it or not, its 20th anniversary this past October. This pioneering festival has become a recurring and remarkable draw to young and old alike. And like everything else of quality, it has grown in breadth and reputation. And thank you to the visionaries who saw its potential. Certainly, thank you, Cindy Funkhauser. Fanning another draw to tourists and residents come into the Arts District has been Todd English's building his new boutique hotel, which opened this past year, The English, with its popular Pepper Club restaurant. And across the street nearby, to live and visit for a longer stay in the midst of the fabulous gallery, shopping, and restaurants, and having been granted entitlements for another innovative concept, coming will be a luxury hostel named Selena, which is being planned for the International Backpacker at 900 South Main. Our downtown gaming properties are enjoying spectacular business because of the continuing reinvestment they make into their one-of-a-kind, competitive, and full-service properties. These special properties are reminiscent of the real and old Las Vegas. These are hotel casinos which are still privately owned and operated. The El Cortez, having celebrated its 80th anniversary in 2022 and having just completed a $3 million renovation of their historic signature hotel rooms, and the Grand Old Ladies, the Golden Nugget, the Plaza, the Fremont and Cal, Binion's, Four Queens, and of course, the new Circa. The D and the entirely renovated Strat, and on to the upgrades and developments of the Fremont Street Experience and Fremont East Entertainment District. Along Ogden at 3rd, from Fremont Street Experience Canopy North to Stewart, a new 3rd Street pedestrian mall has just opened. This was spurred by Boyd Gaming's Fremont Hotel $50 million casino floor and hotel room remodels, garage upgrades, and the just opened new build-out of the Fremont's Food Hall, which offers a variety of inside and outside dining options and opens onto easy access to this new 3rd Street pedestrian mall. And Bravado, winning Las Vegas's inaugural Visionary Design and Transformative Award for uniquely enhancing the entire area of downtown, Circa has recently added a 35,000 square foot convention space. Is that right? And that was done in 22. And at the same time, the Plaza Hotel Casino opened the popular Sand Dollar, and soon in 2023 will open a renovated new entrance, bringing new retail and experiences to the public. Finally, Wonders of Wonder at the Four Corners, Las Vegas Boulevard and Sahara. We are so excited for the now in design elevated circular pedestrian bridge planned to free up all the awful traffic congestion. What a difference that will make for our drivers and visitors alike who cross at that busy intersection where the city makes the strip. Just north of this newly elevated walkabout and adjacent to the gateway, welcome to downtown Arches, is the beacon to Las Vegas, the Strat Hotel and Casino property with its sky pod. Seen from every plane and car entering the valley from any direction, the renovated and expanded Strat currently has under construction the new 100,000 square foot Atomic Golf, a golfing range experience on Main Street that will tempt even the worst of golfers, to say nothing of the best. Going as expected, we hope this will be open in this year of 2023. And in Symphony Park, development is currently moving along quickly too. Imminently to open to the public is the new Vic's Las Vegas restaurant, set off by a 20-foot-tall replica of the iconic Vegas Vic neon sign. It will be offering jazz and Italian cuisine, gaming bar, and sports lounge. To continue into 2023 and also in Symphony Park, Southern Land Company in Nashville will break ground later this month on 2 parcels. One, a new 5-story residential retail project, and an adjoining 22-story residential tower. Combined, just these 2 developments will add more than 550 residential units to the downtown Las Vegas holdings. And seeing the growing need for residents in the Arts District, this same Southern Land Company will be adding another apartment complex, this one of 300 plus units at 3rd and California. And nearby, more residential is coming at Commerce and Imperial as the Cedar Street developers are adding a 5-story building with 300 more apartments. Ready to get started is the new and elegant dual-brand AC Marriott the AC Marriott Element by Westin Hotel on Grand Central Parkway. This non-gaming hotel will be a great location to stay for those visiting our downtown. The Cleveland Clinic, Lou Ruvo Institute for Brain Health, those who come twice a year to the Wholesale Furniture and Accessories Mart at the World Market Center, or to work or attend conventions at the Expo. And the hotel is just steps away from our Smith Center of Performing Arts. And recently, on the northernmost parcel of Symphony Park, and moving out of an exclusive negotiating agreement process, is Red Ridge Development, which is planning a 30-story high-end luxury condominium mixed-use complex. And talk about ease of access to get to and from, walkable community with no lawn to mow, no pool to clean, 20 minutes from the airport and right in the heart of our city. These are all expanding projects, and the city, well known for its quick and efficient building and permitting services, will continue to partner easily with those in the private sector to ensure thorough infrastructure planning and processing development. It is indeed an exciting time for us all. In the public realm, which we must say hurrah, and finalizing this spring has been an undertaking that the city has been pursuing for the past few years. This has been the largest infrastructure project ever undertaken in the city's history, the Las Vegas Boulevard Improvement Project. From the Strat to the north at 95 and the fabulous Neon Boneyard Museum, which just had its 10th anniversary, the city has been replacing and repairing aging infrastructure, some of it dating back to the 1940s on the famed Las Vegas Boulevard. This undertaking has cost over $100 million and will finally pull the last of the annoying orange cones away on the boulevard there. Funded by the RTC's fuel incentives and sales tax, along with funding from the city and both the City and Centennial Commission, there is a replacement of refurbished historic Community One neon signs placed in the medians to handle that entire project. Throughout the city in 2022, we've continued to enjoy undertaking new streetscaping tasks and have been completed, and in which sidewalks have been widened, corridors of trees planted, way signage installed, and public art added to entice residents and visitors to enjoy what a real neighborhood feels like. This year of 2023 will witness the continuing expansion of that project. Tourists and residents and business owners are appreciating the improved parking and ease of accessibility to downtown. Remember, as all roads lead to downtown, so we know we need more parking. In planning right now is one of several new parking garages to address this. The first much-needed one will be connecting the City Hall garage to the Symphony Park garage and will add 475 spaces. To spread our wings and let everyone know, come on downtown, a huge success has been the free lunch spot parking program in the Arts District, operating from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mondays through Fridays. We intend to expand this program because Las Vegas has always been known for free and bargain rates. So this no pay to park during these hours in the district is a big hit, and hopefully we will be able to expand it. And how about getting around after you park or take a mode of transportation into our city? Well, we've been doing it for free. Now enjoying its 5th year of operation is our free downtown loop shuttle, which takes you throughout the city's core to the hotel casinos, to all of the government centers, the outlet malls, the museums, Smith Center, Cleveland Clinic, World Market, and does so on a regular basis. Just check your Go Vegas app. And this year, in 2023, the excitement abounds as we watch a new civic plaza develop and rise from the ground across the street from City Hall. This development is key to our government and business districts downtown, for not only will this project add much-needed additional city office space and allow for new retail and restaurant opportunities, it will also create a large public space for the community to come together and enjoy events. It will be a space for concerts, festivals, picnics, and more, and designed to celebrate our community to its fullest. And as we began tonight, our city manager introduced you to our council. I held the praise and gratitude for their efforts until I could give you a little taste of what's going on in the city. But now a look into each, and keeping in mind that wards 1, 3, and 5 represent the great historic core of Las Vegas, while wards 2, 4, and 6, as newer and more suburban in nature generally, these are located to the west and north acreage. Each ward is comprised of approximately 110,000 residents. So now a little look. In Ward 1, Councilman Brian Knutson's ward, and how am I doing? We're not halfway, not for you to say. In Ward 1, in the heart of the healthcare district, which is the second of the council's priorities. By 2030, the city estimates that the Las Vegas Medical District will support more than 24,000 jobs, and at a minimum have a $3.6 billion economic impact on our city and community. All of Southern Nevada celebrated the opening of UNLV's first building and new campus of the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine last November. This has become a keystone project for Councilman Knutson, the City of Las Vegas, and the Las Vegas Medical District, for it opens the door to much anticipated, much-needed additional health care amenities and developments in the district that will benefit and help define our entire Southern Nevada community. This area development represents a combined and critical state, county, city, and private partnership. Valued and important health care depend on top quality, educated and well-trained medical professionals, state-of-the-art facilities, having available the most advanced and technological equipment, and without doubt advancing research. Having the finest support and staff that is that support, and unlimited complementary social services at hand are beyond essential too. So housing and easy accessibility in transportation are beyond necessities if our medical district is to thrive and to succeed in the ultimate. We are really on this. Our RTC and the entire Southern Nevada community and state are working together. The state has set aside $71 million. The city has added $13 million for 2 new buildings on this medical school campus. Frank Moretti of G2 has plans approved for a new 4-story medical office of at least 100,000 square feet, and will also be building an accompanying garage. Nearby, but in the medical district too, Cedar Street Apartments out of Chicago has been approved for 208 apartment units, which are great for contracted traveling nurses or longer-term visitors who seek to visit their people in the hospitals. Another focus of Councilman Knutson's is having reasonable, affordable senior or family housing made available. Recently, he and I had the honor of participating in the ribbon cutting of the Decatur Commons Housing Project. You remember this before as the Fletcher Jones property dealership at Alta and Decatur. This massive complex is helping with our housing needs and is, as well as the 144 units of senior housing currently beginning to open to their renters at Lindell and West Charleston. There's more on the horizons on Meadows Lane. And continuing into this year in Ward 1, pushed by Councilman Knutson, is the new infrastructure street project to improve Charleston between Rancho Drive and Valley View Boulevard. This project will add new bike lanes, widen and rehab sidewalks, and beautify and increase street safety. A second similar project from Sahara north to Mesquite is also expected in 2023. In Ward 2, recently re-elected to a second term, Councilwoman Victoria Seaman continues to host private and business gatherings, community events, and encourage the economic diversity in her ward. Pro-business and hardworking, she remains hands-on at many new business startups, shopping and dining options, and is always involved from the first discussions to plannings and openings. Ward 2 has been home to two of our most popular and well-known residential communities, the Lakes and the ever-expanding, nationally recognized Summerlin development, part of the 25,000 Hughes site Howard Hughes project. The councilwoman in 2022 welcomed California 3D Investments purchase of Tivoli Village and has been helpful and proactive in their pursuit of a rebirth of exciting events and attendance in that incredible project. Ward 2 is also home to many trailhead parks and outdoor activity spaces, none more used than Bruce Trent Park with its popular Las Vegas Farmers Market, and Councilwoman Seaman is also working on plans for a new regional park that will be built in the coming years west of the 215 near Charleston. And as you know, Councilwoman Seaman remains beyond steadfast in her pursuit of helping to resolve the issue in the Badlands Golf Course, and also in her continuing work as an animal advocate to ensure the safety of our community's pet population. In Ward 3 holds the center of our government entities, many of whom are here tonight. It's the site of our federal courthouse, the state building, the state Supreme Court building, the county and city government centers, the Regional Justice Center, and the city's new Muni Court building, which we opened this past year. And 2 Ward 3 is where, reminiscent of Las Vegas past, single, privately owned hotel casinos are still operated, still exist, and are thriving, and where hundreds of small businesses welcome your visits. A federal infrastructure award of $26 million is coming this year into Ward 3 to upgrade and streetscape Stewart Avenue from 6th to Nellis. Surely this is an incredible boost to improve neighborhood life and beautify Las Vegas. Many ribbon cuttings and openings were held in Ward 3 in 2022, but 2 very significant ones, as you know. The Clark County School District has always been the sole control and authority on public schooling K-12, doing so for well over 60 years. And while the city has not had any authority yet to help and be effective in children's learning, we have been operating safe key programs before and after school, but more significantly, for the past 5 years, we have opened 4 preschool programs to be preemptive for kindergarten preparation. Just this recent fall, we were thrilled to move forward, entering into the elementary school education process through creating a new charter school, the Strong Start Academy Elementary School at the Tony Shea Educational Center, a beautiful remodel of an older church property which Tony made happen. Focusing bilingual education for K-5, the city is extremely proud of and hopeful for the success of this undertaking. The second major opening in Ward 3 was the newly renovated and refurbished East Las Vegas Community Center, distinguished by a 90 by 22-foot mural on the outside of the building called Our Collective Strength. It depicts symbols of unity, strength, and courage, and this is the result of a partnership between the City of Las Vegas and the Consulate of Mexico. A very proud moment we had celebrating our community's embrace of the cultures. Moving forward in 2023, Councilwoman Diaz continues to work with the community on the comprehensive Our Future East Las Vegas plan that focuses on Ward 3's predominantly Latino neighborhood revitalization. And more apartment complexes are trying to keep up with the downtown living demand. Cherry Developments, its second share downtown, will open for occupancy on Fremont East next month, much like its sister property in the Arts District, which fully leased out in just 6 months' time. What an exciting place it is in Ward 3. For just announced yesterday, Fisher Brothers and Universal Parks and Resorts have announced a permanent horror-themed attraction park coming on a 20-acre expansion of Area 15 off the I-15. And in Ward 4, our new councilwoman, Polensky, who will watch over one of the most beautiful parts of our city, home to Police Memorial Park, Trigona Hills Park, which opened just this past year, and the Durango Hills YMCA. This ward is one of the most popular and trafficked in the entire area. In Ward 4, the city recently added a new fitness court to the Police Memorial Park and a new playground at Wayne Bunker Park. Ward 4 is also the home in southern Nevada, the birthplace in Nevada of pickleball. And if you haven't tried it, you do it. It'll kill you in the process. But the nation's newest sport is expanding all over southern Nevada. With ever-expanding businesses and shopping destinations in Centennial Hills, Ward 4 is the natural planned site for the future of CSN, the College of Southern Nevada. Quality neighborhood living is a priority for 5-week new Councilwoman Polensky. And believe me, she works tirelessly already and always smiling. In Ward 5, where to begin with Ward 5 and Councilman Creer? Oh, my goodness gracious. Councilman Creer continues to push forward with a 100 plan in action. This is not only a roadmap for the future of our historic West Side, but it is also a community movement actively adding amenities to all of Ward 5. This past December, the city broke ground on the new Jackson Avenue Complete Streets project in the West Side, a project that will beautify Jackson Avenue, adding widened streets, planting trees, and creating more walkable area that's an inviting corridor for the neighborhood and the businesses. Expected also in 2023, we expect to see fresh fruits and vegetables being grown in a historic West Side vertical farming facility, which will mark the city's first community-based agricultural complex of its kind. This farm will produce a new local food source for the growth of natural and healthy foods, as well as becoming a strong job training site. Additionally, a new 10,000 square foot workforce education and training center in the historic West Side School campus is underway to focus on entry-level skill training in advanced manufacturing, construction trades, and information technologies, and healthcare. Another vision for the West Side community, the city and Councilman Creer have already announced a contract with world-renowned museum designers Gallagher and Associates to develop a master plan for an African-American museum and cultural center. These creative minds are the very same team that was behind the International Spy Museum, the National Museum of African American Music, the National World War II Museum, and our very own National Museum of Organized Crime and Law Enforcement. This new museum will be a valued asset to Ward 5's Museum Row, which sits in the heart of Las Vegas, already home to the Neon Museum, the Mob Museum, the Discovery Children's Museum, the Natural History Museum, and soon to be added, the National Atomic Testing Museum, which will be moving downtown. All great cities boast great museums, and we can finally begin to boast. In artwork, beyond the many murals added to so many buildings in downtown already, this past year, Councilman Creer welcomed new artwork, larger-than-life musical instruments created by Barbara and Larry Domsky, which was installed at Symphony Park adjacent to the Discovery Museum. And while Symphony Park is the cultural center of our city, its medical presence has also gained a much-lauded reputation as home to the Cleveland Clinic Louisville Institute for Brain Health. In planning stage right now is an independent new medical office building on adjacent parcels to the east, which should speak boldly to focus on improving health care, treatment, and opportunities for all of Southern Nevada, our greater Las Vegas. And in Ward 6 in the Northwest, which is the fastest growing area of our city, it's home to those who love rural, independent country and small ranch-style living, open spaces and nature. This is home to our second 5 weeks in Councilwoman Bruni. In her ward, Sky Canyon continues to be a very popular development. And this summer, the city will open Fire Station number 46, which is currently under construction off of North Grand Canyon Drive, and which Councilwoman Bruni knows will bring emergency services closer to those in her ward and to those flocking to Sky Canyon and the Northwest Providence developments. I know Councilwoman Bruni is the protector of history, and she will continue to look after the historic treasures at the Floyd Lamb Park at Tule Springs Fossil Beds National Monument. The recently reopened and newly restored hay barn at the park has created a popular area for residents and tourists alike to hold events, visit, and enjoy. Of particular focus, Councilwoman Bruni is on the continued support of planned community development for our military housing. Set aside for the Creech Air Force Base personnel, this is a sure win community and one that has absolutely long been needed. And finally, some important concerns about which we will continue to focus in earnest in 2023. Our number one priority, public safety. This is a perfect time to cheer and congratulate our brand new sheriff, Kevin McMahill. As the leader of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, he holds the most important partnership with us, with North Las Vegas, and with our chief and his public safety division, and with him and them, we all stand side by side. I want to thank our frontline professionals who take care of us all day, every day. Our law enforcement, our firefighters, our paramedics, our doctors, the nurses, our social service personnel. They continue to prove themselves irreplaceable and are appreciated and admired beyond measure. The city's devotion and commitment to stand with them will always be a primary guarantee. And more for the public safety, the commitment to helping those who are in need. The city continues its efforts, whether it's the veteran, the senior, the family or its children, or others who need access to resources, or aiding those who are experiencing homelessness and crisis. The city is involved and will remain so. Having allocated more than $130 million in American Recovery Act funds, we're now distributing these monies to businesses, nonprofits, and organizations throughout the community as part of that commitment. As you well know, the entire nation is suffering from this epidemic of homelessness. Our obligation here in the city remains to break this cycle as our teams are out in the courtyard of homeless courtyard resource center, working toward the goal of helping those lost in this endless cycle, helping them become healthy, secure jobs, and find housing once again. With our Department of Public Safety that works hand in hand with our mooring condition teams to meet the homeless out on the street or in the encampments, our efforts are to connect each individual to services that can help him or her on a pathway to a better life. The new teams of Flex and those of Operation Safer are staffed to prevent crime and disorder, and are the efforts of our new public safety chief, Potts. He's been instrumental in developing a specialized team of marshals to help patrol the Fremont Street experience in the downtown tourist corridor by working with Metro and the FSE security. Our marshals have gained a much stronger visible presence that is helping to ensure safety at these popular attractions and around the city. To open, fortunately, later this year, is the new downtown public safety substation in the Fremont Street experience, pulling LVMPD, city marshals, Fremont Street experience security into a co-aligned effort to keep everyone safe. And so thank you all. Look at this, I could go another. If I weren't a lady, but I'm a lady. So, because my time is left, but I can't say I should use it, I want to assure you that my personal efforts will continue to concentrate not only on the city, but also on the greater Las Vegas area. For there are critical issues that continue to affect us all very deeply. With others from Southern Nevada, I sit on at least 6 integrated valley boards, and so my dedicated efforts will continue in earnest and in depth in trying to affect at least a few of them. Medicaid reimbursement. The need to increase Medicaid reimbursement rates equal to those in neighboring states has had my voice for 11 years. Nevada's Medicaid reimbursement rates has negatively affected our ability to keep our great doctors and also negatively affected our ability to attract new physicians to the state. This is an issue for the legislature. Our voice needs to come together. Public education. In 1964, I did research about public education in Nevada and in particular in Las Vegas. Believe it or not, 1964, with less than 100,000 people in Las Vegas, we were number two to New Trier Township in Illinois. We're now number 50. But it is something we will pull together, and we will continue to work together to make sure our educational program is among the finest in the country. Issues of mental illness. What an enormous problem with our drug and alcohol, but also with those who suffer so deeply, and many have suffered so deeply from birth. The issues are huge and varied. But in the homeless, in our jails, in our hospitals, we know the data, we have the data. We can and we must do something now. This I know for 11 years. And finally, of my priorities, I will continue to scream and yell at California and Caltrans. 18 miles of logjam. What if there were an illness or a child or an elderly person in your vehicle? You can't move forward, backward, sideways. Or if there were a flood in one of those log jams. It's become intolerable, and we have to call on all of our friends and visitors that come here from California to put the pressure on their legislators and Caltrans. I have reached out to our federal supporters, to Secretary Buttigieg, also to Mitch Landrieu, a former mayor of New Orleans, who happens to be President Biden's assignee to infrastructure funds. And we cannot stay silent. This has to keep on, because what we just saw with the airlines shutting down, and knowing so many of those who live in California that come here, to say nothing of the log jam out in the Long Beach harbor, LA harbor, San Diego harbor, that may have been your last year's Christmas gifts that are still sitting out there. They have to move this way, and from Barstow to State Line, 2 lanes in each direction at this time of living is an embarrassment. So I want to tell you all that I definitely look forward to 2023 and to all the promise that it holds. I'm so appreciative and beyond measure for the privilege and honor of being able to serve this beautiful community as mayor for the past 11 years, and which I have loved for 59 years, for it has given Oscar and me a beautiful life, beautiful children, beautiful family, and given us purpose and unending gratitude. My sincerest thanks go out to our unique and wonderful entire family of city employees, and to their fabulous staff, and to our incredible city management, to our city council, and to your fabulous staff. You can't do it without your staff, and we know that. Without them, none of us could function. And to my own personal staff of Laura and Kim and Steph, without your assistance, professionalism, and patience, you go beyond measure all the time, and I thank you for making my life very real and wonderful. You're a beautiful group. And so for all of you, you have no idea how lucky you are. Tonight's a celebration of everything that's been accomplished over these years, that I really, as I look out at you and I see the things and how you've touched our lives, Oscar's and mine, but more specifically this community, and I see you all, you cannot imagine how lucky you have made everybody else in this community feel, and appreciate the times, whether you've ruled on a case or whether you've been working out on in our community, or whether you're behind one of our council people. Life is really good. It's not about anything other than what each of us takes on and makes a commitment to do ourselves. It always starts with us, each one of us individually. Don't complain. Don't fault somebody else. Do something. And thank heavens, I will stay 1 more year married to you. And I have some more time here. I could really share some things with you. But he was pretty close tonight. It was almost over. But I want to tell you, I thank you all. You're beautiful, beautiful people, and if anybody can do anything more, keep at it. God bless you all. God bless our wonderful Las Vegas, and thank God we do live in the United States of America. Thank you. You'll take that back up. Thank you. Thank you.
Time.
Thank you. I can't believe it. That's a first. Thank you. Boy, are you doing stuff there, huh? Thank you so much. Wonderful. Wonderful. And welcome. Thank you.
We want to remind everyone to please hang around, join us for a little celebration downstairs. And as you leave council chambers, don't forget to stop by the tables you'll see out there by the staircase for a little promotional item. Thanks, everyone. Be careful going home.
Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there. They're all living the devil may care, and I'm just a devil with love to spare. So viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. How I wish that there were more than 24 hours in the day. Even if there were 40 more, I wouldn't sleep a minute away. Oh, there's blackjack and poker and the roulette wheel.